Magandang gabi mga kababayan. Grabe itong naging debate ni Senador Marcoleta kontra dito sa senador na si Tito Soto na abogado ng Itbulaga. Panoorin muna natin mga kababayan bago tayo magbigay ng reaksyon.
And so the Supreme Court has already spoken. The last arbiter of law. It says the complaint is unconstitutional. It's void ab initio. It's violative of due process. The Senate never acquired jurisdiction over this. It is immediately executory. On that note, Mr. President, I respectfully move that the impeachment complaint be dismissed. I so move, Mr. President.
Majority Floor Leader.
Mr. President, before Mr. President.
Dito po mga kababayan, biglang mag-o-object si Attorney Tito Soto, yung abogado ng Itbulaga. Ito po mga kababayan, makinig po tayo kasi educational po ito. Talagang ginawang palaman ni Senador Marcoleta na talagang pinagpipilitan yung gusto pero wala sa katwiran. Ito po.
President, we act on the motion of the distinguished gentleman from the great province of Tarlac and Rizal. Mr. President, the motion is not among the privileged motions listed under our Rule 32, Section 90 of our rules. Therefore, Mr. President, it is debatable and may be subject to clarificatory questions. Nonetheless, Mr. President, our movant, Senator Marcoleta, has the floor, and Mr. President, subject to his consent and with his magnanimity, clarificatory questions on the motion may be entertained. In fact, Mr. President, we have some members of the Senate who wanted to interpolate with the permission, Mr. President, of the...
What is the pleasure of Senator Soto, our distinguished Minority Floor Leader?
Thank you, Mr. President. If the distinguished gentleman from Tarlac favor me with a few questions, I will be gladly accepting his favor. And if the Senate President will allow me, after a few questions, I will make my own manifestation to that effect.
The gentleman may proceed, should Senator Marcoleta so allow it.
All right, team, we're transitioning to FLAC, but tasks are still going to be on Bullfrog.
Did nobody see my poppycock post? There was no clappy claps on it.
Make sure you track your time on Fireplace. Then, ping me on SmackDog.
Guys.
Yes, Mr. President.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you very much. Mr. President, thank you. So, listening to the privileged speech of the distinguished gentleman from Tarlac, the basis of your motion to dismiss is the Supreme Court's decision, which is now pending appeal by virtue of the MR, or the motion for reconsideration, filed last Monday by the House of Representatives. Is it not, Your Honor?
The question whether is it...
Yes, your basis for your motion to dismiss is based on the Supreme Court decision that the so-called impeachment is unconstitutional, based on their decision.
Yes, Mr. President, Your Honor, that's very, very clear and categorical.
Correct. The Supreme Court decision, Mr. President, although immediately executory, is not yet final, thus appealable. Ngayon, naka-apela na. Marami nagtatanong, kung naka-apela na, ba't tayo nagmamadali? Na-dismiss ito sa atin. So may I ask the gentleman, what will happen if we prematurely dismiss the case and the Supreme Court subsequently grants the MR and reverses its own decision?
The question, Mr. President, is speculative.
Yes. May I have a speculative answer, Mr. President?
We cannot speculate we can only guess, second guess, because on the basis of our experience as a practicing lawyer, Mr. President, ito pong ganitong klaseng desisyon, talaga pong wala na pong kaduda-duda na kahit po mag-file pa tayo ng motion for reconsideration. We are hoping against hope. It is as if we are wishing for the moon. Palagay nyo po, palagay nyo lang po merong isa na nag-reverse. Hindi rin po ma-overturn eh. Kasi po ang kailangan po ninyo ay 8 ang mag-reverse. Sa inaakala po ba ninyo, meron kayong makukuhang 8 na pumirma doon sa unanimous decision na babaligta rin po nila yung kanyang sarili. Kaya napakahirap pong mag-speculate, Mr. President.
I will accept the answer of the gentleman, but I have done my research, Mr. President. And to remind everyone, the reversal of the Supreme Court's own decision is not impossible, even in landmark cases. In the case of Labugal Bilaan Tribal Association Incorporated versus Victor Ramos, GR number 127882, December 1st, 2004, questioning the constitutionality of Republic Act 7942 or the mining law, the Philippine mining law. The Supreme Court granted the MR, reversing and setting aside its earlier ruling. And also, Mr. President, just a few days ago, the Supreme Court reversed its own ruling on the definition of a stockholder. This is the case of Lily Lopez versus Lolito Lopez with GR numbers 25497-957-58. So may kasabihan po tayo, ang tumatakbo ng matulin, kung matinik ay malalim. Kaya dapat siguro pag-isipan muna natin kung tama ba na bago magdesisyon ang Supreme Court, basta ibasura na natin ang kaso na ito.
Ayan dito mga kababayan, akala ni Attorney Tito Soto ng Itbulaga, mako-corner niya itong si Senador Marcoleta. Hindi niya alam, litigator at talagang sanay ito sa debate, sa korte. Mga kababayan, dito ilalampaso at kakainin ng buo si Iskul Bukol na abogado ng Itbulaga. Ngayon mga kababayan, si Marcoleta naman, mapapahiya itong nagmamagaling na abogado ng Iskul Bukol na ito.
Unang-una po, Mr. President, gusto kong malaman, yung po bang mga kasong sinabi nyo, unanimous decisions po ba lahat?
I am not sure about that. But one thing I can say is that if there is a mistake, a unanimous decision could become a unanimous mistake.
Wala pa pong nangyaring gano'n, Mr. President. At saka po tayo, pag nananakbo, ako po ay nakasapatos at saka sa kalsada kaya hindi po ako matitinik.
Well,
mga kababayan, dito pinagtawanan si Attorney Iskul Bukol na bulakbol. O tignan nyo mga kababayan, doon pa lang sa sagot ni Senador Marcoleta, suplak ka na. Tinanong sa'yo kung unanimous decision ba yung naging decision ng korte noon, hindi mo masagot. O ngayon, corner ka ngayon. Pinagtawanan ka ng buong mga tao sa Senado. Isusubukan mo kasi ang isang abogado na batikan na litigator. Mga kababayan, huwag ka kasing bida-bida. Kahit nag-google ka ba, Google ka pero yung kapasidad ng utak mo, kakainin ka lang ni Marcoleta ng buo. Parang rap ito unang round pa lang mga kababayan ligwak na itong si Iskul Bukol Itbulaga Di ba mga kababayan? Ituloy natin.
Mr. President, there's always a first time. regardless of whether it's unanimous or not, unanimous decision does not bar an appeal or a reversal, Mr. President. That is one thing for sure. Now, secondly, where is the ball, Mr. President? Or meaning the impeachment case itself? Is it in the Senate or in the impeachment court? Didn't the impeachment court throw it back, remanded, returned to the House of Representatives? So what are we dismissing in the Senate kung wala sa atin ng kaso? Can we continue hearing the case and dismissing it without the impeachment case in our hands? Can we throw the ball out when the ball is not in our possession? Siguro naman dapat magkaroon tayo ng tinatawag nating sense of proper sequencing of moves.
Mga kababayan, dito mabubuljak ulit si Attorney Iskul Bukol de Bulakbol. Tignan nyo po yung tanong niya. Nonsense, mga kababayan. O, i-ano po natin, mga kababayan. Ito po. Para malaman nyo kasi talaga nagmamagaling ito eh.
Didn't the impeachment court throw it back, remanded, returned to the House of Representatives? So what are we dismissing in the Senate kung wala sa atin ng kaso? Can we continue hearing the case and dismissing it without the impeachment case in our hands? Can we throw the ball out when the ball is not in our possession? Siguro naman dapat magkaroon tayo ng tinatawag nating sense of proper sequencing of moves. Nasaan po ba yung impeachment case?
Mr. President, kanina po sa aking clarificatory statement, ang sabi ko nga po, yung ginawa pong initial proceedings noong 19th Congress Senate, yun po ay nangyari sa panahon po ng 19th Congress at lahat po yun ay naisantabi lahat sapagkat natapos nga po ang termino ng 19th Congress on June 30, 2024. Kaya po natin sinasabi, Mr. President, na dinidismiss na po natin ngayon sapagkat tayo po ang
O yan mga kababayan, tinatanong kasi ni ang trabaho ng Senate, ito po mga kababayan, Senate could not acquire jurisdiction over the impeachment proceedings dahil po dito sa desisyon ng korte. Kaya itong si Soto nagtatanong na nga, hindi pa maganda magtanong, wala pang sense mga kababayan. Tignan nyo, ano daw ang kanilang wala naman daw sa kamay ng Senado yung impeachment case. Talaga naman, Tito Soto, Diba? Sinabi ng korte, immediately executory, tas sa Senado, pag-uusapan ito. Talaga naman, Tito Soto, gigigil na naman ako, Eto po.
nasa lugar na sinasabihan ng Korte Suprema nung sabihin niyang ito ay immediately executory. Sino pong mag-i-execute nun? Hindi naman po i-execute yun ng House of Representatives. Maliwanag naman po na tayo lamang ang tinakdaan ng kataas-taasang hukuman na gumawa ng paraan para isang tabi na po ang usaping ito sapagkat napagtibay nga nila na ito'y unconstitutional, void ab initio, at wala na po tayong jurisdiction para dito.
Thank you, Mr. President. Your Honor, thank you. But as I said earlier, not because it is immediate and executory does not mean it's not appealable. Now, to continue, Mr. President, I hope you don't mind. I will be posing a question. But then I will be doing a manifestation based on this question that I will be posing. So I'm certain that the gentleman from Canal Rock has read the 97 pages ruling of the Supreme Court to come up with this motion. So the question is, must we agree on the statement of the decision of the Supreme Court on page 3, page 56, as basis that the one-year ban has set in? With that question, allow me to proceed with my manifestation, with your permission, Mr. President. For the benefit of our colleagues, my colleagues, the last paragraph of page 3 states that, quote, since the 19th Congress terminated, the 3 impeachment complaints became enacted upon, end of quote. Again, this was reiterated in page 56, second paragraph of Roman numeral 5. It says, quote, the House of Representatives, however, was unable to act on the first 3 impeachment complaints because of the adjournment of the 19th Congress. To continue, for constitutional purposes, the first 3 complaints were effectively dismissed. In both instances, Mr. President, the Supreme Court was referring to the February 5, 2025 adjournment. But they have, erroneously believed that the said adjournment is the same adjournment with the sine die adjournment that ends a Congress. It is not. February 5 did not terminate the 19th Congress as stated in the decision. The sine die adjournment of the 19th Congress was on June 13, 2025, wherein the last session day was last June 11. Mr. President, and for the information of the public, there is a world of difference between adjournment versus adjournment sine die. Sa atin, pag nag-adjourn tayo for the Christmas break, nag-adjourn for the Easter break, nag-adjourn for the election period, nothing dies. The treaties, bills, resolutions, anything filed continues. It is never archived. Well, perhaps the lawyers of the ponentes did not realize that, or they were not familiar with the rules of Congress. As I said, this is a world of difference. Now, this is a transcendental case. Ang laking constitutional issue. Wala man lang oral arguments, or at the very least, a consultation with some members of Congress or members of the bar na nakakaintindi ng rules ng Congress regarding the procedure. In that matter alone, Mr. President, kasabihan ninyo mga lawyer, falsus omnibus, falsus unos, falsus omnibus. Mistake in one, mistake in all. In that manner, they wouldn't have decided based on their unfamiliarity with the legislative process. May mali agad eh. Pati ba legislative rules natin gusto nilang palitan? Ganun ba yun? Maybe not everyone may appreciate the importance of the legislative calendar of Congress. But us, it is a big deal. That's why I'm stressing this point. Concurrent joint resolution pa nga when we approve this calendar, only to be misinterpreted and used erroneously in this case. Nag-adjourn daw yung 19th Congress. Kaya na-archive lahat. Now, may kinopya lang, kopya, mali pa. Sabi nga kanina ng ating distinguished gentleman from Tarlac, hilaw. Hilaw yung complaint. Hilaw din yung decision. In addition to this factual error, Mr. President, it can be seen in the website of the House of Representatives that the 3 impeachment complaints were referred to the Committee on Rules and were consigned to the archives.
Never miss a story. Unlock exclusive access.
O yan mga kababayan, merong sinasabi si Senador Tito Soto na abogado ng Iskul Bukol. Mga kababayan, eto po, sasagutin ko na. Ako na ang sasagot dyan, mga kababayan. Ibigay niyo na po ito sa akin, itong parteng ito. Kasi ako nang bubuljak dito, mga kababayan.
Adjourn tayo for the Christmas break.
Ito po, mga kababayan.
Nag-adjourn for the Easter break. Nag-adjourn for the election period. Nothing dies.
Ako na po ang sasagot dito sa sinasabi niyang oral arguments. Na sinasabi niya na hindi daw ipinaalam, hindi nagbigay ang Korte Suprema ng abiso para gawin itong desisyon na ito. Patapusin natin si Tito Soto, mga kababayan. Ako ang sasabon dito.
The treaties, bills, resolutions, anything filed continues. It is never archived. Well, perhaps the lawyers of the ponentes did not realize that, or they were not familiar with the rules of Congress. As I said, this is a world of difference. Now, this is a transcendental case. Ang laking constitutional issue. Wala man lang oral arguments.
O yan, mga kababayan, na sinasabi niya na bakit wala daw oral arguments. Ako na sasagot, Tito Soto. Ito po ang sabi ng batas. Makinig ka, Tito Soto, para merong lesson learned ka, ha. The Supreme Court is not obligated to hold oral arguments in every case, even those resolved by a division. The decision to hold oral arguments rests with the court, and they may dispense with if the issues are adequately addressed in the submitted brief of the court deems unnecessary. Oh, narinig mo. 'Di ba? The Supreme Court has the discretion to decide whether or not to hold oral arguments. O, tignan mo. Ba't mo sinasabi na hindi nagbigay ng abiso at kahit yung oral arguments na sinasabi mo, sinasabi ng Supreme Court, the Supreme Court has the discretion to decide whether or not to hold oral arguments. Naiintindihan mo ito, Tito Soto? O ano pa, mga kababayan, the court often relies on the written arguments submitted by the parties to understand the case and the legal issues involved. Ikaw naman, Tito Soto, magtatanong ka lang, hindi mo pa alam ang ibig sabihin, Questionin mo ba naman ang Korte Suprema? Nawala man lang abiso, yung sumulat ng ponente, hindi yata nakakaintindi ng rules ng Kongreso. Anong sinasabi mong hindi marunong? Ibig sabihin, itong si Marvic Leonin na isang nagsulat ng ponente na 97 pages, hindi niya binasa at hindi niya naintindihan ng rules nyo? Bakit unanimous decision ang naging resulta ng botohan para ibasura itong impeachment trial ni Inday Sara? Aral-aral muna, Tito Soto, bago magbida-bida. Kaya ka nasuplak ni Marcoleta, tinatawanan ka lang. Tignan mo, mga kababayan, napahiya sa buong loob ng Senado kasi puro presumption ang nasa utak niya. O mga kababayan, di suplak ka ngayon. Anong grounds mo? Wala ka pala . Oh, alam mo ba ang hindi pagsunod sa Korte Suprema? Napakalaking kasalanan ito. Diyos ko Lord. Oh, the Supreme Court is not obligated to hold oral arguments. Ba't yung sinasabi mo na bakit hindi ano man lang na pagdebatehan? Sinasabi nga, it's not obligated to hold oral arguments. Diyos ko Lord. Utak gamitin. Bida-bida ka kasi. Ngayon, susubukan mo pa si Senador Marcoleta na isang batikan at veteranong litigator, abogado. Nag-aral lang matindihan. Ikaw, artista ka lang. School bukol, bulakbol. Lawyer ko no. Lawyer ng Itbulaga, alam ko. O pasensya na po kayo kasi hindi nyo ginagalang ang Korte Suprema. Tanong-tanong pa kayo, ba't walang oral arguments? Ba't yung nagsulat ng ponente, hindi maintindihan itong sinulat na ito? Nakita ko itong pagkakamali. Di wow. Palitan mo na lang ang Korte Suprema, yung nagsulat ng ponente. O mga kababayan, kayo na pong humusga. Salamat po sa inyo. Isang like, isang share po, isang subscribe. Anong masasabi nyo kay Tito Soto? Nakinain lang ng parang ulam, parang tinapay, parang pandesal na sinausaw lang sa kape ni Senador Marcoleta. Ano masasabi nyo? Salamat po ng maraming mga kababayan.